Oh, flamingo. Literally right here, a flamingo. Right now, I'm on the way to go see if I can find some flamingos that are rumored to be in my area. These are American flamingos, and they're very rare in this area. They're mostly down in South Florida and the Caribbean islands, so hopefully we can find them. All right, we're at our second location. I was driving on this bridge right here, and I spotted two big pink birds, and I'm hoping and praying that they are what I think they are and not just spoonbills. So hopefully those two pink birds are flamingos. I believe they are. They're big birds, so hopefully they are what they think what they are. Hopefully they are what I think they are. As I'm walking closer, I can definitely see that they're pink birds. Now the question is, are they roseate spoonbills, which are an endangered species that's native to Florida? Or are they flamingos? Now, if they're American flamingos, they're also native to Florida, but they're also more commonly found in the Caribbean islands. So we'll see. All right, guys, they are indeed American flamingos. First time I've ever seen them in the wild. One of the rarest birds in Florida. So I'm just gonna walk up here very slowly as to not disturb them. Oh! A bonnet-head shark. Yeah. That is a bonnet-head shark that I just stumbled upon. I almost stepped on a shark right there. But anyway, without this waterway, these guys would not have a reason to be up here. And so the storm would have displaced them and they would not have been able to survive. But since this water is cleaning and getting cleaner through conservation efforts, these guys are able to survive out here. I almost stepped on a shark for nothing, as these flamingos suddenly flew away. I had one location left to find this rare bird before it left my area. Moisturized, unbothered. Ah! My bad. All right, guys, so we're on the road right now. We're gonna hit up a spot that might have the American flamingo that hasn't.
Use any lane to turn left onto Florida 699 South.
We're pulling up right now to this new location. I'm gonna check two different places that they could be. This one is a mix between the intracoastal and the beach. Oh, flamingo! Literally right here, a flamingo. All right, so we got a flamingo here. I'm gonna do my best to not scare it away, but I gotta get my gear ready. I'm gonna get my gear ready. This is the American flamingo. Now, what makes this species of bird so special is that you rarely see them in Florida, and you actually only see them whenever a storm will push them through, or if you're in South Florida. The range of the American flamingo is South America all the way to Mexico, and they actually were native to Florida until in the 1900s they were hunted to almost extinction. Now, there's 300,000 American flamingos, and less than 1% of the entire population still lives in Florida. American flamingos are the second largest of all the flamingo species, growing to about 5 feet tall and weighing between 5 and 8 pounds. Now, you may notice the flamingo kind of moonwalking, and what it's actually doing is using its webbed feet to make the soot on the bottom stir up, and then uses its weird curved beak to filter through that for their diet, which consists of brine shrimp, algae, and even fly larvae. Now, they're known for being pink, but their coloration actually comes from their diet. Now, they're born as white, and the parents will actually feed their young much like a penguin, where they'll actually throw up into the young's mouth, and it will almost look like blood because of the coloration of, again, the brine shrimp, fly larvae, and even the algae. So it almost looks like they're eating blood, but they aren't. Now, the American flamingo is obviously a very tall bird. The distinguishing factors of the American flamingo is its tall and slender body, pink plumage, and under the wings is actually black. You will only find flamingos in salt bodies of water. Now, that could be anything from an alkaline lake all the way to the coast, like this flamingo named Peaches. Peaches is a very special flamingo. Peaches was actually found off the coast away from land, struggling to get back to land. Now, a kind Samaritan did help save Peaches. Eventually, she was taken to the Seabird Sanctuary, where she was rehabilitated and released back into the wild. Now, Peaches is the only flamingo in this area that I know of. There might be a couple other stranded flamingos from the hurricane. Eventually, she will either stay here where there is food, or she might start traveling south once she gets more recuperated. Now, you can actually see how they've tracked the flamingo on her very long legs. That is a tracking device to make sure that she is monitored and survives in the wild. Have you ever noticed that when flamingos are sleeping, they put one leg up and then go to sleep? That's actually because if they put both of their legs up, they would fall over. American flamingos were actually native to Florida, but in the 1900s they were sadly hunted to extinction. Now you'll find less than 1% of the entire population of flamingos in Florida, and that's only because we brought them back in a controlled environment in the Homestead area. Now thankfully the population as a whole is doing well, so the American flamingo won't go extinct anytime soon, but it might go extinct in Florida. Luckily the habitat of the American flamingo is already protected in Florida. The best thing you can do is volunteer with the Audubon or donate money to the Audubon so they can continue to protect these beautiful animals. We hope you enjoyed this episode of 2 All Boys, and we hope you learned more about the American flamingo. Remember to get out and get wild.